In a fire emergency, your best friend is a fire extinguisher. It's ready to go at a moment's notice. It's fast and it's effective. It may make the difference between a lost life and a saved life, or between $100 and $1 million in damage. But a fire extinguisher is simply a firefighting tool. The tool must be used with knowledge and skill to put out fires safely. Hand-portable extinguishers and larger capacity wheeled units are the basic tools you need to meet fire emergencies in gas distribution operations. This film will show you several types of fires as they might typically occur at points along the distribution system from the storage field to street service. You'll see what extinguishers should be used in each fire and how they should be operated to prevent injury and loss of property. Large capacity wheeled extinguishers are usually placed at strategic points where there are bigger fire hazards. Impinging fires occur when the burning gas strikes the ground or some other obstacle. Ordinarily, when gas flow in a fire is more than 50 cubic feet per second, a wheeled dry chemical extinguisher should be used. Opening the cylinder valve makes the extinguisher ready for action. Be sure to run out all hose before the nozzle is opened. The fire should be approached from upwind if possible. In this type of fire, the dry chemical is directed at the break in the line first, then down into the crater. Even in the same type of location, a break in the top of the line produces a completely different fire. Activating the extinguisher properly is one sure way to have the extinguishing power you need. The operator aims at the line break and lets the force of the escaping gas carry the dry chemical into the flames. Used this way, the dry chemical also shields him from the heat. Let's look again at the extinguishment. He approached it from upwind. Opened the nozzle 10 feet from the fire and directed it at the line break. He interrupted the fire at the break and pushed it up and away. Then he backed from the fire area, guarding against any possible reignition. A wheeled unit may not always be available where street work is going on, but you can combat gas fires very effectively with hand-portable dry chemical extinguishers. Depending on the nature of your work and the fire hazard involved, one or more extinguishers should be placed upwind of the work area, as the extinguisher at the left of the ditch, so it is within easy reach for any fire emergency. Fires can occur anytime, but being prepared for them and knowing how to put them out will minimize risk and damage. A typical ditch fire like this should be attacked from upwind or from the opposite direction of the flow of gas. Perhaps one hand-portable extinguisher alone could handle this fire, but two used together will snuff it out for certain. Teamwork is important in extinguishing fires. Each man should know exactly what his job is and why. Then extinguishment is smooth and simple. Let's look at the way they went about this in slow motion. The use of two extinguishers is an important technique which can be applied to any gas fire where it's required. The team hits the fire together, keeping the dry chemical discharge centered right on the source of the fire. Then one man aims his dry chemical discharge down the ditch, while the other keeps the fire away from the source. Finally, they back off on the alert until they're sure the fire is out for good. Always be sure that you have enough extinguishing power for the hazard. When you will be working in gaseous atmospheres or with welding equipment, for instance, provide yourself with extra fire extinguishers. In most street operations, one extinguisher is adequate to handle a fire emergency which might occur. But no extinguisher can be effective if it is not placed where men are working. The extinguisher must be within easy reach if someone needs to use it. There are other safety measures which you should take to avoid injury in your work too. An important factor is the clothes you wear and how you wear them. Sturdy work clothes buttoned at the wrist with long trousers and footwear which won't spark on stone or cement will protect you from scratches, bumps, and abrasions and guard against burns. The more covered up you are, the better you'll be able to protect yourself from any injury and approach a fire safely. When an extinguisher is close by, it can be activated in seconds, so the fire gains little headway before it is attacked. Notice that the operator aims the nozzle near the edge of the bell hole. This is the best way to put a bell hole fire out and keep it out. There are other common safety precautions which should be part of every crew's work habits and which are visible here. For instance, barricades and flags warn the public that there is a gas company at work. Ignition sources such as engines or compressors or lanterns are turned off or put out. Tools should be placed so they will not fall and spark. Bystanders may not know about the no smoking rule. They must be watched. Bonding wire should always be used when pipe is joined or pulled apart. This will eliminate static sparks. Welding operations should be strictly supervised with fire equipment nearby. Taking precautions will prevent many fires and make others less serious. If fire does start, it's sometimes safer to stop the flow of fuel rather than extinguish it. Letting it burn until the line is closed off disposes of any problem of free, unburned gas. Fire hazards within a gas distribution system are easy to control or prevent if you know how to do it. This means that you must know how the system works as a whole and what part your work plays in it. A knowledge of the system's layout and the valves and emergency shutoff procedures may save your life or that of someone else. You must also know how to put out fires without excitement or confusion. The most important things to remember are: always take the extinguisher to the place where you are working. Place it upwind of your work area within easy reach of your crew members. Know how to get your extinguisher into action and how to attack the fire. Make sure you have enough extinguishing power to do the job. Stay relaxed. See that the discharge covers the entire fire area and watch for reignition. Always use the extinguisher which fits the job best. Fear of fire is your greatest danger. Training overcomes that fear. The best asset you can have in protecting yourself and others from fire is confidence based on good job skills and a working knowledge of the causes of fire and methods of extinguishment.